Hello, Aries. Let's do a vice versa reading about you and the person your energy and attention are focused on right now. I hope that all is well and that you are doing well. So let's start with person one's energy. Divine may have three best cards for person number one's energy. Why are we here? Three best cards for why are we here for person number one. Thank you. All right. So for person number one, we're starting with energy of Nine of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups and then the Seven of Swords. Okay. All right. So let's see what is going on for why we're here for person number two's energy. Divine, may we have three best cards, please? Seven of Emotions. Six of Voices. And the Four of Inspiration. All right, my dear. Let's get started. So, person number one is dealing with a lot of anxiety and worry, fret, over thinking over and over, thinking over and over and thinking over of something that has recently transpired between the two of you all. Queen of Cups is at the center, and this is really where they want to protect their feelings. They want to protect their heart. And at the same time, they find themselves constantly drawn towards wanting to do the same for person number two, in spite of maybe feeling somehow, some way with this Seven of Swords that there is some type of deception or deceit in terms of expression or thoughts, or omitting the truth by not saying what is actually going on, or what person number two is actually feeling about what is going on between the two of you all at this time. Hence, that Queen of Cups is there of wanting to constantly maintain connection, but at the same time being closed off for fear of giving too much in this situation. We will clarify. The Seven of Emotions, Six of Voices, and the Four of Inspiration for person number two. So the Seven of Emotions in this deck is cup. Emotions represents cups. And right now this person is confused, which is, echoing back the Nine of Swords where they're overthinking things. This person is lost in their emotions in terms of their feelings of which direction would be the right thing, what feels best, what constitutes the truth, or their honest feelings about what is happening between the two of you all right now. They do have Six of Voices in the environment of really seeking a way to move things forward without tipping over the boat, if you will. Something that would be agreeable for both of you, because right now they can't really deal with this the emotional turmoil that they're feeling. It's not comfortable for them. And then perhaps this is the first time they've ever felt this way in regards to how you two relate to each other. And then, however, their main focus is the Four of Inspiration, which is the Four of Wands, and this is Swords as well. But this is Four of Inspiration is the Four of Wands, unity and togetherness. That 1111 fated energy, that you two have, a kinship, a kindred spirit energy, destined lovers, to once again find you all in a place of partnership, willing partnership, voluntary partnership, as well as with fours are about application, formation, and stability. And in this case, especially with the Seven Emotions here, they want to get to a place of where you guys are, they are especially emotionally balanced, and they find stability between the two of you all's energy. So let's see. Let's start with the Seven of Swords for person number one, please. More information. Two of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So the Knight of Pentacles would indicate the long-term goal is to keep moving forward, which comes here, which may be reflecting back this person's energy of wanting to constantly perhaps move the situation forward, or that energy is there in terms of how the two are dealing with each other or keeping responsibilities in place, always still, and no matter what, in terms of you may be at odds, but the reliability and the dependability between you two, whatever your agreements are, commitments are, this person is still willingly showing up, which then gives this person the energy to be dedicated to the process and see it through with this Two of Cups energy to find a way to bring back emotional union in terms of this deception. So this Seven of Swords is not necessarily indicating something hurtful. It may be a feeling that the person number one is getting, that person number two is holding something back, which may be because of this Seven of Cups energy. But let's see. It's just I'm hearing a button has been pressed. So let's see. Person number two, Seven of Emotions. Lovers. Love. Okay. We have Queen of Cups at this point, Two of Cups, and now the Lovers energy out, and also Four of Wands. And then the Tower. So with this Seven of Cups, that emotional turmoil or confusion, they are not clear as to how to say what they're feeling about whatever is the challenge between the two of you all right now. They fear that if they clearly state at least the way they're thinking of saying it, or they may be feeling that if they're honest about what they're thinking or feeling about whatever the disagreement is or the disappointment is between the two of you all right now, the Tower card would happen, meaning that everything, your basis of stability and foundation, would fall away. But you can also break away and rise. So hence this Six of Swords is where that hopeful energy is there, reflected back with the Queen of Cups of still wanting to stay attached and in it. The hopeful energy is that you two will be able to rise above whatever the challenge is right now to another level. They just haven't figured out how to do that just yet. Hence this overthinking probably is between the both of you, but let's see. Yeah. Nine of Swords, clarify with the Knight of Swords. So the anxiety here for person number one may be that when the opportunity was there to speak or ask questions, perhaps you feel like you jumped to conclusions or spoke out of turn or said something that actually set you guys back instead of moving you guys forward. However, it looks like with this Six of Swords energy here, person number two understood the reasoning behind person number one's abrupt or brusque conversation, or, with the terse words or hard hitting energy that came forth because of the fact of feeling that there is some type of deception, or again, leaving things out or details out, just lying by omission, if you will. So let's see. Let's get a little more information here. So person number one, Ten of Swords, Queen of Wands, and then the King of Swords. Okay. Queen of Voices. Three of Emotions. And then we have the Five of Materials. Start with person number two. This Five of Materials is dangerous energy for person number two because of a fear of abandonment, is what I'm getting. And they're not the best at being clear in their communication, which may push person number one to feel like person number two is lying. They're not the greatest in being clear with their communication. They may have a thing of trying to say the right thing every time. And so the way that they dress things up may give this feeling of, just lying. You say it a little too smooth, or a little too much enthusiasm, or you feel like the person's trying to, be a little bit shifty or shady by trying to distract you with a certain way of how they're conveying that information. With the Three of Emotions here, there is a go-between, which this Queen of Wands on person number one's side would indicate the feeling or the energy or the knowing that there is another party involved that this person goes to, which is not in agreement or in direct conflict with person number one. Don't like that. It's either this person is the person that person number two goes to talk about the relationship, which is not cool to person number one, or this is an interfering party in an emotional way, of which steals person number one's attention. It's a threat of some sort, the feeling of a threatening person or threatening presence. Queen of Voices is where it feels like this is the energy of person number one, in the sense of they want to speak clearly. They think that they're stating what they're feeling or what they're thinking with Queen of Swords accuracy, but it feels like they may talk around things versus being direct. Even though the Queen of Voices is Queen of Swords is generally a very direct energy. This is what they think they do, but then you have Three of Cups and Five of Pentacles. Obviously, that's not really the case here, but we're going to clarify that. In the sense that this is what they think they're doing. Okay? This is what they think they do. I cut away at everything. I try to be as thoughtful as I possibly can and mindful. But it creates this Three of Cups energy of someone else being involved, a go-between, some kind of way of coming in and trying to give this person clarity, and then this puts them on the out with the person number one, because why are you involving this Queen of Wands energy in our business when you could just speak to me directly? What is the blockage that you feel like you can't tell me what is really truly on your heart or what's going on? Okay, so on this side you have Ten of Swords clarifying that Nine of Swords, and the King of Swords. A lot of thinking, then talking, a lot of ideas, a lot of what ifs. However, really wanting to be free of it all, no longer wanting to be haunted or their thoughts being, shattered and pierced all the time. Like it feels like it's like a back and forth of being fond of the person number two, and then the total opposite of that energy. Okay. The flashbacks and then the present. Flashbacks to when things were fantastic, then flashbacks at present of but then we get here. And in the middle is all of this gray. And the Queen of Wands very well may be this gray. There's some type of way this Queen of Wands energy is a huge influence over in the relationship. Maybe not an active participant, but we're going to get to that when we clarify. But they definitely have a major influence with person number two, which then affects the connection between the two of you all. King of Swords. Feels like you're both very much in your head here. The King of Swords, though, feels like wanting to control the situation, which means Xing out or beginning to gently push out this Queen of Wands energy. So let's see. Yeah, Ten of Swords, Six of Swords, clarifying the King of Swords. Yeah. X out and push out and move away from the Queen of Wands being involved in any aspect of this relationship, this connection. Let's see what's going on with this Queen of Wands, please. Why is the Queen of Wands here, Divine? Why is the Queen of Wands here, please? Thank you. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. This person isn't a threat in terms of a cheater or a infidelity way, meaning that this person is somehow in a relationship or that's outside of the connection. So, which is what I felt, but they're still interfering, which is still the problem. And then 8 of Swords. Okay. So this may be the energy. The Queen of Wands is a person who is a very close friend and confidant of person number 2. And so when things go down between you, this person runs to this Queen of Wands energy, which the person number 1 knows about as soon as anything happens. But when they go to this person, the Three of Cups energy is more about community, where they're trying to figure out, they lay out what's happening, and then they ask the Queen of Wands energy, what do you think? Because Nine of Pentacles is here, where even person number 1 knows and understands that this person is a good person, right? Always looking for the positive, has their sugar honey iced tea together. However, the 8 of Swords is still this bit of confusion as to why person number 2 has to always, quote unquote, run to the Queen of Wands to figure out what's happening. Why can't you come directly to me and talk things through with me the same way that you can run to this person and talk things through and to try to figure out what to do? So let's see. This Queen of Swords energy or Queen of Voices energy for person number 2, please. More information. Ace of Cups. They think they're speaking with love, care, commit. That's the energy behind the Queen of Voices. Like I'm trying to say, but be as direct as possible. Okay. And then the Devil card. But at the same time, there's this energy to say the right thing. Always, as was talked about, always trying to say the right thing. And that leads to suspicion for person number 1. Like, it sounds right, but is it right? Right. So this 3 of Cups, please. Let's clarify. 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Temperance. Yeah. As suspected, the 3 of Cups energy for them is about community, to focus on the goal of having this beautiful relationship. It's at a new place, or it's still very young in terms of this connection. 10 of Pentacles is the ultimate ideal and what they feel, but the Temperance is also here to say a bit more patience is always needed here. This person may jump the gun a lot. Okay, person number 2 may jump the gun a lot, and again run to this Queen of Wands energy to help them resolve things, when really they have to step up and be mature and go directly to the source, which is person number 1. And this may be a habit that this person has in general, person number 2, of always consulting the Queen of Wands. But now it's time for them to learn how to stand on their own, if you will, and not always involve the Queen of Wands. All right, so let's see. What else? What else do you need to know, my dear? 3 best cards divine for what else needs to be known for these 2. So we have the World card, Hangman, Justice. Okay. And for person number 2, Nine of Inspiration, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune. So right now, and understandably so, person number 1 wants to just lay everything to rest in a way. And it also is energy that represents wanting a new beginning, a new understanding and clarity as to how the 2 are going to move forward in terms of communication, how you 2 are going to move forward in communication. The go-between person is very undesired by person number 1. Does not in any way, especially as the connection is deepening and the bond is strengthening and the feelings are becoming more and more clear as to what you 2 mean to each other, This other person being involved is just undesired it completely by person number one. The hangman is here though, knowing that there is a wisdom here and an understanding and a willingness to try to figure out how to keep person this Queen of Wands energy a part of you all, your circle of trust and everything else. Like, it doesn't seem like person number one despises or has any ill will toward the Queen of Wands, especially with this Nine of Pentacles clarifying. It would indicate that person number one holds the Queen of Wands in high regards, just doesn't like the interference. However, there is also a feeling of understanding that this person is like it's a crutch for this person, an emotional crutch. They always do it. They always seek it. The Queen of Wands could very well be a family member, like I'm hearing a brother or an older brother or a sister, or, a very trusted person in this person's life that they always go to when they're feeling emotional distress. This person doesn't necessarily feel confident enough to start where they are and work through things. They always want to come in, again, that energy of wanting to say the right, absolute right thing. And then if that's not met, then, they don't want to do the messiness. They want to come in and make it right on the very first try. And that's not always the case when you're dealing with two people. You have to get to the place of understanding. You can't always come in and say the right thing and make everything cool. But that's what they would like to do. They want to be seen. It's that energy of wanting to be seen as a perfect partner, right? So the hangman is here representing for person number one that they don't seek to blow things up. They seek to get clear boundaries and lines set as to what goes where, what we talk about with who, and trying to gain energy and clarity on that. The Justice card is here. Fair play. Reflecting back and looking at yourself, person number one, with impartiality, really trying to be honest with yourself in terms of your light and your shadow energy as to why you don't like the situation. Do you not like how it's being handled, or do you not like the person in terms of Queen of Wands? And then how do you feel about that? And it's that hangman energy, thinking it through. So this is good. Process, right? Processing the information, processing the energy, processing your environment, processing your anger. Good. Person number two, Nine of Inspiration, the Hermit, and the Wheel. Overwhelmed, seeking time away, but not to run away, but to run towards solution. Reflecting back that, but they need to step away. This person number one is in a limbo, but in limbo in terms of wanting to do the right thing, the correct thing, evaluating, processing. They want uninterrupted time to reflect. They feel that person number one is right. They do not understand why. And their feelings for the Queen of Wands may very well be the blockage to that. Hence that Tower card early on. Are you saying that I can't go to my most trusted and loved person who has never steered me wrong and always gets me on track? That doesn't seem that type of thing. Like, I don't understand why you want me to give this. I need to. But they also know that in order to have person number one in their life in the proper way, they're going to have to find a happy medium. Because person number one is willing, to definitely have the Queen of Wands energy as a part of the situation, just not directly involved with this relationship and how you guys communicate and resolve your issues with one another. The Wheel card is here where an opportunity is going to present once they get into this Hermit energy, person number two, in order to see with clarity what the next steps will be. This will be the first time, more than likely, that they're trying to do this on their own, which is why they need the time away to really understand, because perhaps they did hear you, person number one, when you stated, or did hear, person number one, when they stated, I just don't like as an example, I just don't, it's not that I don't love this person and Queen of Wands and I respect them and I know they're good for us, right? They love us, they want us to be well. It's just that I feel, what's the best word? Like gobsmacked or betrayed and exposed and kind of like a deer in the headlights when this person knows more about what's going on in terms of this person's feelings and what they want to do than the person who's actually dealing with what's happening. So now they're beginning to see that this opportunity is here for them to begin to handle things on their own and that they're safe to do so with this relationship because it's definitely the situation of wanting to make each other better. No one's asking either side to make a sacrifice in terms of it's either this or that, like giving each other an ultimatum. It's more so like, let's bridge it and figure out how this energy is going to benefit us and not try to starve each other of the things that we need that gives us safety and feeling of stability with each other. So let's see. More information moving forward for our Aries. Ideas, thoughts in regards to this energy. Inadequate. Someone in your past made you feel inadequate. It was their insecurities put upon you. Why are you still listening to that voice? What else do we have? Ignored. Were you truly ignored, or do you feel you weren't given the amount of attention that you hoped for or expected? What else? Anxious. You anticipate something that may or may not happen. It's overriding your thoughts, leading to physical symptoms of rapid heart rate and breathing. Feel your pulse, bring it down to a natural, slow rhythm. All right. All right, my dear Aries. That is your session. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. And remember, back then is not now. Always be in harmony with your surroundings. Stay sucker free. See you next time.